Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about this cheapest version of a headset I bought for my Volkswagen Golf Plus to get Apple CarPlay and also get the other features like reversing cameras, and it's got Bluetooth connectivity so I can do a phone call while I'm driving. But before I will jump into it, I'm going to break it down into a few sections. The first section, I'm just going to talk about the functionality of this device. As you can see, it fits up pretty snug, and you can just see, like, if anybody else will see it, they will just think that this is made for Volkswagen Golf Plus, but it is an aftermarket product. And we're going to talk about this functionality as well, so stay tuned, and here we go. Okay guys, let's just dive in and start the review. So here is the main screen as soon as you are turning on your headset, and it gets connected straight with the Apple CarPlay. Because I have paired it with the Bluetooth, so I don't need a wire to mirror it. As you can see, my phone is just not connected at all, so I can now interact with the screen and play with some of the features. So one of the feature I'm gonna show you is I can make a phone call. So if I tap on a phone, I've got some phone contacts. I can even go on a dial and dial some numbers as well, and it makes that sound of and I've got Apple Music, so I can just go and I've got some music that I can play straight away. For copyright purposes, I won't be playing much, but you can just hear it straight away. Sound is pretty decent as well. I was not expecting a decent sound, but if you play with the equalizer and stuff, we're going to talk about that, you can really get a good sound from it. Then you have maps, messages. I don't know if I can send messages as well, but I think you can. It reads out the messages for you. Yeah, so you can do like a voice messages. I know why Apple did this, because they don't want people to be interacting with that while they're driving. So for safety purposes, you can only do like a voice commands. Now playing is anything that you are playing. Instead of looking for the app, you can just tap on it and it just brings me back to the Apple Music, which I was playing earlier before. Car is, if I tap it, it will just bring me back to the main functions. So this is like a main screen if you are not connected with a Bluetooth or Apple Music or Android Auto. So this is the main screen you get greeted with. So you got like a basic clock. You got Bluetooth music in case your phone is a bit older and doesn't support Android Auto or Apple Music. You can just go in there and play your tunes. Then you got some radio that you can. It's only FM. It doesn't has a DAB or anything, digital radio, but it's got like a normal FM or the medium wave. Obviously Bluetooth we already talk about. This is, I think, just the main screen of Apple. Pardon me. Apps, they are very basic apps. So you got USB 2, which is, I think, this connection. So if in case you wanted to mirror your phone, you can use that as well. This is for charging. I haven't done the charging with it, but I assume it's going to be slower. You got AV in, which is audio video in. Again, there's no function for it. I don't know why, because maybe it's only used for the reverse camera, which we're gonna test it later on. You got clock, sound option, the equalizer that I was talking about earlier, that you can get like a decent sound through it. There is a loudness button as well, but I wouldn't recommend, because it just literally blasts the music, and it's not recommended. So if we go back, we go wallpaper. They are like very dark wallpapers. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but wallpapers. Then you got calendar. Phone link is basically, if you tap on it, it will just take you to the Apple CarPlay. or it tells you how to mirror your phone or your Android Auto. It just tells you all the options there. If we go back again in apps, there's a ECU, which basically tells you if your car is running, that engine speed, how many RPMs is it, your current speed, your mileage comes in kilometers instead of miles, because it's a Chinese version. The doors, if you're opening a door, it just, you know, I will not open my door because this will shut, because the way it's been designed. It just shows you the temperature of the environment outside, and if your seat belts are normal and handbrake is in place. Normally when I will turn on my car, it will tell me that it's on hold, but at the minute it's not showing it. So these are the basic options mainly, and if you press the main button, it will come on the main screen again. If you go into settings, you have a very basic settings. It just literally tells you if you want to turn on the beep, and if we are doing a reverse, you want the sound to go mute. Driving ban video off. This is also a safety feature. If you have any video app, or if you're mirroring and you're watching a video, this will basically turn it off while you're driving. If you have a front camera, you can turn this on as well. You have a parking assist. Color lamp mode, I turned it to red, which matches the interface of VW Golf. And touch calibration, again, if you are experiencing it, that you're touching and it's registering somewhere else, you can just do a calibration or restore it to the factory settings. Toner is set to Europe right now because we are in Europe. So actually we are not in Europe, but it's close to Europe. Then you have a wheel. These are the functions are mainly with your controller. So at the minute, the volume and left right is to change the tracks, and the middle button is to do a call. That is used for mute button. So it's already working, so I don't need to play around. But if you have any other options that you want to go for, you can just select them and select the button here to make it work for you. And then you have a factory set button. Again, it requires a password, so I didn't want to go too much deep into it. Then the same options, you got screensaver as well. So these are the functions again. And once you want to go back, you go back and to your Apple CarPlay, where you can just start playing your apps. It's pretty good. The touch screen is responsive, and it registers most of your touches. Sometimes I do have trouble pressing this bottom bit area, I don't know, or the top bit. It doesn't register very well. Again, I'm still getting to play with it and getting to know the features of it. So like this button is working now, but sometimes it doesn't register as it should do. Again, you can go into settings and you can set your Apple wallpaper, CarPlay wallpaper. You can turn on Apple Intelligence or off. You have driving focuses. So if you activate this, the driving focus will silence some of the messages and calls. Again, just so that you can focus on driving mainly. If you turn the car on right now, which I'm doing it. So if I was to put it on reverse, you get this really nice screen. I wouldn't say that it's the full HD or 4K one, but hey, if you are paid £38 and you're getting something like that, it's a really good deal. And it even shows you the parking sensor as well. So if I was to go front, it basically turns off for some reason, which it shouldn't. But as soon as the parking sensor, sorry, let me get the handbrake down. But as soon as the parking sensor goes closer, you can see that it's already picking that up. So as I'm going closer, it's picking. So it's even displaying you the parking sensor. Again, if you put it on a reverse and you let go, the parking sensors are working. Now if we wanted to check that how clear it is, if you just keep going back, you can see it's well lit, and it's a good camera in a well lit environment. But if you are doing this at night, then you're gonna get the camera with a horrible halo effect, because it's got like LEDs around it, which I will show you as well. That's one of the drawback that I'm gonna talk about. Also, and while we are on the subject of talk about the cons of it, this camera is highly zoomed. So when we are reversing, let's say if I am going to do a reverse, not looking at the screen, it is showing me that I am very, very close to the, but actually I'm not. That right now is showing me that I'm nearly hitting the car, but if I was to go on put a handbrake, you see how much distance do I have? And this is the camera we've got. So I don't know why it is, but it's like it's zoomed, and I will see if I can get like a different option, maybe a lens cover that can make this a wider instead of a very zoomed in camera. Again, the parking sensor works well. If you're closer to it, it picks up very well. If you turn off the car after like few seconds, it will switch off, but it will come back on if you leave the keys in the ignition. So if I have turned it off, it's gonna switch off. There you go, it's switched off, but if I leave the key on, within a few seconds it will come back on. So I don't know if this is a canvas way of doing it or what's going on, but slightly annoying if you are in the middle of music and you don't want music to turn off, but it just switches off, and then after a few seconds it comes back on, and it will try to connect its way. So if I was to connect my Bluetooth, let me just turn on my Bluetooth here. Again, if I was to make a connection again, I need to go in and try to pair it with my, so as soon as I've paired it, it just comes back on. It's pretty decent. Like, you got your sound system that you want, and plus you can play your favorite tunes from your phone directly here, and it's a touch screen. It's not a bad option, but I'm gonna talk about the more cons about it. So touchscreen is sometimes very unresponsive, especially in the corners. I tend to struggle. As you can see, I was just trying to, the middle part is okay, you can use your fingers to slide around, so it's not an issue. But if you're trying to type something, let's say if I go in a Waze and I was to search something, I'll tap on the search. See, this area is now struggling, but a little bit harder, I can just get into. Anyway, let me know how do you find this one. I personally love this because A, it's very cheap, and B, it's gives me the option to have a Apple CarPlay. So if you wanted to buy just the Apple CarPlay on its own, on some of the cars I know, like the latest ones, you have to pay like a hefty price to have this enabled. And here we are just paying like £38, and it's got that Apple CarPlay and Android CarPlay, that once you're connected, it will automatically connect when you're starting your car, and you can use most of the functions on the fly. I haven't touched base with all the apps on it. I haven't played around, but there are some apps which I commonly use, like Maps and Waze and Apple Music and Spotify. They are working on it really well. So I'm pretty happy with it. Even with the camera being extra zoomed in, I can still use it to reverse and carefully maneuver and also be able to see what's at the back. It's a plus thing. Its microphone is struggling sometimes, like when I'm making a phone call. I really have to come closer to the headset so they can listen to me properly. I haven't experienced myself like somebody tried to call me through this so I can hear it, but what the feedback I'm getting from other people is it is like I am talking from really far, which is a sad side because it's got like a microphone jack there, which I assume, so if anybody is sitting on a passenger side, if they are talking with, maybe we can hear it, but they should have at least put 2 mics, if not 1, so that both of the people can use it. I am yet to experience this with the phone call, but again, for the price I paid, I am not complaining, and I think this is a very good option. Let me know what you think about this, and especially given the price and everything, I think it's a great bang for your money, and I highly recommend it, especially if you are on a budget and you want something fancier yet be able to move around in your, because this car is like 15 years old, and I wanted to get something which will upgrade its face value, and I think this one does it really well, and it blends in really well as well. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Do let me know what you think about this. Until then, I am signing out, so bye bye.